It's Monday, and we're back again. This week, you voted for it, so we're finally doing it. Easy to make and absolutely delicious protein cinnamon rolls. Let's jump right into it. Oh, and like always, don't forget to drop your comment below with what you want to see next week. Start this one with a bowl big enough to mix your dough in. To make your dough, add in a cup of all-purpose flour, 8 ounces of a vanilla Greek yogurt, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Self-rising flour works great too. No baking powder or salt needed if you go this route. I'll put some more flour substitutes on the website if you don't have or like these options. From here, mix everything together with a utensil or hand mixer for a couple minutes. As you mix these ingredients, it'll start to clump up. By the end, you'll have a ball that should be slightly sticky to the touch at most. If it's still pretty sticky, you'll want to add in a little bit more flour. The ratio of flour to Greek yogurt may change depending on how watery your yogurt is, so keep this in mind. Next, lay out some parchment paper with a little flour on top of it to help the stickiness. Place your dough onto the parchment paper and flatten it out. You can either do this with your hands or a rolling pin. If you're using a rolling pin, it helps to keep a little flour on top of your dough so nothing sticks. For the filling, I like brushing on either some coconut oil or butter. Follow that with your choice sweetener. And a generous amount of ground cinnamon. Last, slowly roll your dough up like this. Cut your rolls out, string or floss makes this easier, and flip them over. Put your soon-to-be cinnamon rolls into the oven on 350 for around 20 minutes. While those are baking, I think we can all admit that no good cinnamon roll comes without a frosting. That frosting today is not only delicious, but packed with protein and super easy to make. To make it, you'll need a mixing bowl, 6 ounces of a cream cheese, 1½ scoops of a good tasting protein powder, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 ounces of a Greek yogurt, and some optional sweetener if you want it sweeter. Mix those ingredients together until your frosting forms. Top your cinnamon rolls with your frosting until they look like this. The discipline to not eat this entire recipe is real. So here's the distraction. Last week's closest to winner, bang, you win a shaker or a shirt. Now it's time for this week's testing your guesstimating. What do you all think this entire thing weighs? When I say this includes everything, not just the recipe, the rack, rolls, utensils, and so on. One guess per person in the comments below, and we'll drop the winner in next week's recipe. With that said, don't forget that you can find substitutes, US and metric conversions, scaling, and so on for every recipe on our website, theproteinchef.co, always linked in the description. Thank you for watching. Hit that thumbs up button to help the algorithm. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're this close to 400,000. And of course, stay healthy. Last, slowly roll your dough. Slowly roll your dough up.